Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursdays. I think it's May 28th or something like that. Memorial Day weekend here in the States. SOULCare. And I'm sitting here, and my porch, my patio is behind me that I created. And I worked on yesterday, cleaning and get it nice. It's a mirror above my head. Hello. I just finished working out. I just finished coming from my elliptical, and I run and elliptical and stretching and did that. And here I am. I hope you've been working out and exercising and moving the body, because life is about movement. It's like moving, even when it's hard and resistant. That's the best time to do it. I'm learning a lot in this time, quarantine, about lots of things around that appear some way, but it's totally the opposite of how it appears. So I like investigation. I like that. And you have to be centered in yourself and really balanced and know who you are before you take things around the world that people say or things that are being done, and know truth within your heart. It's the only place you'll find the truth, in your heart, right? Hello, we're in 292. We had a great call yesterday from Mediumship 2, the conference call that we opened to everybody. Thank you, everybody, for attending. We had, I think, close to 800 people who registered, but only 500 were allowed in. It's only a limit of 500. So it went for a good 90 minutes. I'm going to do it probably again, because everybody wants me to talk about that, and there's some great stories, and people share. But I'm opening definitely the enrollment of Mediumship 2. I'm busy reading applications, and I'm very happy with what I've read so far. A lot of people have taken my first course, Mediumship 1, or are involved in school and enrolled, and that does my heart good. And it's great. It's kind of validation of getting the work out, and I'm happy about that, so thank you. I think the sun is coming in there just a little bit, so I'll move this frame. Okay, well, the best I can do. Hello, Gary. Hi, Tammy Hendricks. Tammy Hendricks, I spoke about Tammy yesterday. She's a lovely animal communicator in North Carolina, in Asheville. Tammy, write on here what you'd like people to know how to find you. I think you're on my website. I think so. And Stephanie from Savannah, Georgia. How are you doing, Stephanie? Liz. Hi. Lori Grace. Las Vegas. We spoke the other day. Yes. Hope you're doing good over there, sweetheart. And Melissa. Oh, Melissa, so you're having a hard time through this. So what are you having a hard time with? It's a great discipline, isn't it? Of being quiet, of being centered, of being with yourself, of getting to know yourself, and being observant that the world is that way, but I'm not going to be pulled into that stuff. I can be aware of it, observe it, but I'm just going to send healing, send light, send hearts, send love to everyone involved there, and green light the planet, please, everybody. You have to green light the planet at least once a day, and that's green light from your heart to lighten that load of the planet. Okay, we have Mediumship Chorus. Yes. Oh, thanks, John Williams. Thank you, John. John was producing the Zoom calls. He's done such an incredible job, John. A lot of people have commented how compassionate you are, how sweet you are. So I thank you for your soul self and sharing your soul. And Hannah says, can we listen in if you are still struggling with Mediumship 1? I love that. Yeah, of course you can. Of course you can. You know the shirt I'm wearing. Thank you. It's my workout clothes. I'm wearing my workout clothes. This is my website person. Just, can we edit the acceptance letter? Yes, they can. Yes. I'm telling them on SOULCare. She knows this. So we're getting the acceptance letters out today. I'm so excited to start. It's great. It changes your life. It really is. On the call yesterday, how it changes people's life, and they're in everything. Your intention, your sense of perception of self, of your soul. You get to have a connection with your soul self. Imagine how many people go through this life in this physical earth, not having any awareness that they're a soul, and what that means, that they just stay straight in the human part. They think that's all there is. OMG. Could you imagine that? I don't know. I just think it's very difficult. Well, there are different levels of evolution and awareness, but that's just to me like, wow, it's like oxygen for you. If you know these things, it's an oxygen. It gives you force and power to move on, to go on. So I think, sweetheart, when you're in trouble, I think you have to go really deep within your heart. Find out things about yourself you've never known before. Do things in your life you always wanted to but never the chance. As for me, shaving my mustache and auditioning for a musical I did, And now I'm letting my hair grow. So I'm telling you now, fair warning, this will be a beard, and this will be hair. And I'm just gonna go crazy. I'm gonna be like, I'll have a volleyball here named Wilson, and I'm gonna be like Tom Hanks, so you'll see Wilson too. Why not? Why not, right? Why not? Not now, when? What are you waiting for? Make a difference. Lisa Phillips, my mom came to me last night in a dream. Great, and you were with her. She's new, dead, alive. What? She never died. She's alive. When I asked her where she's been all this time, hold on, 20 years. Oh, wow, so you haven't seen her in 20 years. We all leave the bodies at night and go to sleep. We all leave the body and go to the astral world, but there's no reason why we can't meet over there. And they're still in the incarnate, they're still in the body, still living the human experience. What holds us back? The same be follow me. So there's a lot of synchronistic experience now. There's new energy coming in, which will be in within probably 2 months, but the shift is happening, obviously. You'll feel a lot more when you're in tune with your body, when you're in tune with the mind, and when you just are there and you're not reactionary and you're not in that control space. And like I read the other day, Emmett Fox, when you're thinking of God, what is that? Love, omnipresence, possibilities, and you're not thinking of your difficulties, you're not putting that in mind. You're giving the universe the permission to become aware, to be observant, to be in that space of synchronistic experiences. Because it's almost like you're allowing the spirit world, you're allowing the space around you. So I give you the permission for you to notice, for you to be aware of all the synchronistic experiences, of the tapestries throughout around you, and all of the connections that you have. I was in my pool, I was swimming the other day, and I stopped and I'm floating and I look at the sky and there was a red hawk, and the red hawk was making a circle, and I stopped. And of course, I looked down and it's standing still. Never saw that before. Standing still for like 3 minutes. I'm like, well, that's strange. Is that a message? And I floated some more, and the hawk moved, went circled the other way, came back and stopped again, stood still for another 2 minutes. And then another circle went the other way. And I heard protection. You're protected. So that was a message I got, because I was opening up to go, what does this mean? I heard protection. An hour later, I talked to my good friend on the phone, my friend Joe. I called him. I hadn't talked to him in a long time. And in the middle of the conversation, he's doing some kind of barbecue. I said, so what's going on? He goes, well, the weirdest thing happened an hour ago. I was doing a barbecue and looked up, like this red hawk was there and making a circle, and then it just stood there. And he goes, I've never seen that before. And then it went around again and did it again. And I said, I had the same experience. So, and he's far, far away from me. He's in Pasadena, California, all the way. I'm down south in San Diego. So it's like, couldn't be the same. It couldn't be. I mean, who knows? But that's it. Synchronistic experiences happening now. You'll notice more of them. Again, the more in tune you are, the more you allow, the more you surrender, it'll happen. Yeah? It's funny, I had a thought of talking about today, which I'll get to, but we go off on our own tangent here with your questions, so forgive me, but it's fun. Do you have done mediumship 1? You don't have to, well, I'm going to put it this way. You don't do mediumship 1 to get to mediumship 2, but you don't want to run into 7th grade when you haven't done 1st, 2nd, or 3rd grade. So you have to have been working as a medium. You have to have some background. I can't just throw you in there because it wouldn't be fair to everybody else. But mediumship 1 is phenomenal. It's a good basic course. It's great. So feel free to do that, And yes, I'm going to have maybe 2 or 3 times this year a Zoom call too for anyone who's taken any of my courses. I'll bring up a phone call for anybody who's taken any course in my school that you're allowed to go on the phone call that we're going to have. So if we can't fit everybody, we'll have another one. So that's open to you. But definitely mediumship 1 is very good. I mean, hello, I created it. That's good. It's a good fundamental. I didn't know I was doing mediumship 2 until I finished mediumship 1. And there was more stuff and details and more definition. And be patient. I'm going through the applications now. I'm on, I think, the 20th. So be patient. This is from Joan, who says, how to be an advocate for those who need protection from others who delay protection. Well, number 1, protect yourself. Become aware of who you are. It's a good thing to be stronger than your being. And then that space, all you can do, honey, is work on the other levels, the higher levels, which is the energetic levels. So sending your intention, your thought around that person, sending love to them, that will help quite a bit. And maybe one day you can just inform them they don't need protection. They don't like the word protection. just be aware. The only language you can use for those people that understand, just about being centered, being that space. So you have to be. You can't just go to someone and say, you need protection. Or someone has a medium experience or a psychic experience and they would say to their friend, you got to believe this. It won't happen because people are on different levels and they have to be receptive. So what you can do is be the example and also work on those higher levels of energy, of love, and send them that. Okay. A lot of people commenting, sorry I can't get to everybody. You're a blessing in the world. Thank you very much. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Just doing me work. And we're going to have an evening of psychic messages. And John put that on the bottom here. Thanks, John. That's May 20th. It's coming right up, May 22nd. May 22nd. It's weekend. Tomorrow. I don't know time. That's one thing about this being at home all the time. No time, space, dates. It's all one. But yeah, psychic readings. Everybody asks one question, and I will put it into an intuitive space. I'll share with everybody like a little meditation how to get into that intuitive space along with me, and you can be aware of what you pick up. What I pick up and see, it's the same thing. And that'll be a mediumship, also an evening of mediumship the following week, and that's open to people too. And it's a good hour and a half of readings and insights. Okay. The wonderful thing happened the other night. I was falling asleep. I felt a kiss on my arm. Oh, love that. How to handle people being unkind because I am being careful about the virus. Great, Ginny. So let's not get caught up in the fear aspect of the virus. It's there, but we have to be careful where we place our mind and realize that this brings up a lot of anxiousness for people out there. Lots of anxiousness, a lot of fear because it's the unknown. And then, number one thing, the unknown that people freak out about because also they can't control it. So it's out of their control. So a lot of people who are control freaks or want to be, they think that being complete control of their world around them, then they can't. It's forcing them to realize they cannot be in control, really, of the bigger picture. They can control their own little environment, like wearing a mask, staying at home. And I don't know where everyone is, but in my area, California, which I think is pretty progressive, I find, and I'm down in San Diego, it's a bit conservative where I am, which is interesting. And I'm here, which is bringing the light where it needs to be. And it's a lot of people still wearing masks at stores, they do. But I know some parts of the country, they're not wearing any masks. And listen, that's their choice. But I just not fear, I don't want to fear. But I'm concerned, I'm aware of the rest of people. That's a very good example of not being considerate to someone else. It's not just about you. This is a great lesson that I said at the very beginning. This is a great lesson in learning to be connected as one, that we're all one, we're not separate. And for us to, whether wear the mask or not, that's for other people. Maybe something will spread from, you could be a carrier, you don't know, but someone else might pick it up from you. To me, I think that's called responsibility. And the word I was going to use for this lesson today was consideration. How many people in this world don't know what consideration is? So consideration is respect. To me, it's also being responsible for your soul. It's being responsible to another person, being, if you will. Consider. So consider means to think of, to thought, right? So consider this. In other words, think about it. Put this in your mind that we are all connected. We're all God, and it's all energy. And I know this. I've had a near-death experience twice, so I know what this is about. And the energy you send, the words, the way you behave, the thoughts you have, they send an imprint to all those people that you're involved with. And those maybe in the peripheral, right? And there's a color, a shift, there's a stain, called a stain mark, put it that way. It could be a stain, or it can be a light. If it's a loving thing, it'll be very light and beautiful, but if not, there could be like a stain cloud. I don't know how to describe it, but it blocks energy. So again, when we go to the life review, we have to look at all that. So to me, that opens up wait a minute, I got to be careful what I think, and I've got to treat another person as I want to be treated. I got to be considerate. I've got to teach them. How can I teach someone to be considerate? By being considerate. By if someone's not getting it, which many times they won't. And remember, I always say to you every day that people are going to come on your path who are your teachers or your students. And it's up to you not to be responsible for them per se. It's not, but you can inspire, teach, enlighten, and it's nothing about hitting them over the head with the information. It's what you do with your words. It's what you do with your mannerisms, how you bring them into the experience. And you don't have to be woo-woo about it at all. Not at all. The more down to earth and really you are, the more they will accept you because they see you're genuine and authentic. So that's how I would do it, Ginny, and other people that are dealing with people. And if you want to talk to them, I mean, I remember being, I think it was at one of the stores. I've gone to the store much, but there was one, and people are kind of freaked out, of course. And I, still myself, oh, there's a pool guy here. Okay. Pool man just walked in here. I have my pool there. Anyway, so I would say be the example, be considerate. Teach them about consideration, about loving. You know, I'm just going to go back to an experience I had. My father never knew about love, and he never said, I love you. And that was a culture he grew up with. And before, when my mom passed away, one of the first things I thought about was, I'm not going to let my father go without him knowing that I love him and saying I love him. And one day I said, I love you, Dad. And that kind of opened the floodgates for him. And he started saying, I love you to all the children, all his children. So that was great. And so you can do the same thing. You can do exactly the same thing. Okay. A lot of people on here, so I'm just, hello from New York City. I'm trying to get to everybody that can. June 9th event. Yes, that's next Friday. That's correct. Don't worry, Mary Beth. You can't worry. Don't put worry in your mind. Put God in your mind. No worries. Worry does nothing. If you can see what worry does, if you can see from a different perspective energetically, worry, it puts dirt, it puts toxins in the space. So you don't want to put toxins on Levi. You want to put love and light and healing and love. That's all you can do. Can't control the situation. Let it be what it's going to be, but you cannot send worry. Worry's not good. Worry slows the energy. When we worry and we have fear, we're opening ourselves up to the immune system weakening. Do you know fear weakens the immune system? And you're opening yourself up to that. So you don't want to do that. You just the other way, the higher levels. That's where your faith comes in and courage comes in. Yeah? Use this opportunity as a growth period. Everybody, it's a lesson for going back to who you are. Walk your talk. Let your soul speak to you. Take that plunge. Don't be a victim, but be strong and show others. That's what we're here for. Yeah? Okay. Sorry, I'm just going over all these comments here. Did you see anything good happening? Every day. I say good things every day. Right now I'm talking to you. That's great. Incredible. I love it. So that's what I see as good. I think the life will be different than we knew it. And I was swimming yesterday and I all these insights in the water. And I thought, wow, kids growing up now will never know what life was like in the innocence time. And it's rough. It's rough out there. For many reasons. Economically, politically. It's health-wise, it's rough, but we'll get through it. We signed up for it. We all signed up for it. So make it work for you. Don't be a victim. You should be the conqueror. Be strong within yourself so others can be strong. That's the energy you want to give out to the world. Not weakness, not victimhood, but strength. Strength. You're in charge. You are in control. But don't give up your control as far as, oh my God, what's going to happen? Don't go into fear mode. That's weak. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can be observant and be aware, be mindful of that. But that shouldn't affect you. You've lived so far this long. Whether it's a coronavirus gets you or a car crash or a heart attack or who knows. You can't die. There's no death. There's no death. So just be mindful of that. Okay. Thank you for all the lovely comments. Do you believe dogs, animals see auras? Yes. Yes, they pick up your love. You're so much more evolved than we are. Yes. Oh, you've seen Dorothea. Where is Dorothea? You've seen my friend Dorothea. I don't know what ever happened to Dorothea. Thank you, Catherine. Cynthia. I'm trying to read everyone. Sharon, hello. So I got a piece of music for you today, but I don't know if you guys want to hear it or not, but it's a musical meditation. Let me know if you want to go there, and I will play that with you. It's about 7 minutes or 8 minutes. So it's up to you. I'm going to leave it up to you. Or would you just rather talk for today? Holly, would love for your grandpa to visit and talk to you. So, Holly, do you open up the space in your mind and take the time to listen? Hello. Love from London. Thanks, Tammy. As I get older, I get more direct because Time is of the essence, and we got to take the responsibility to, you know, if we want spirit to talk to us, give a message, then we got to do something. What do we give them? What do we give them to work with? They could just drop it. We got to give them the space to work with. So we open up that space with love and invitation and intention. But if we sit there in fear and limitations, they can't get through. Should I sign up for your psychic reading class Friday? Debbie, what does your intuition tell you? Take the responsibility to listen to your soul speak to you. Don't throw it to me. Yeah? I'm so bad, aren't I? Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Stacy. Susan, you say, and am I just crazy, or do I actually... Yes, you're crazy. Am I just crazy, or do I actually feel my past cat at the bottom of my bed some nights? Okay. What do you think, Susan? Hello? Of course. Why not? They love you. The kitty cat loves you. And if you're interested in readings, mediumship readings next week, as John put down here, psychic readings the 22nd. They're not mediumship readings, they're only psychic readings. They're only not talking to spirit. It's just events around you, past, future, present. Do you see happiness for me? Marianne, what do you see? Do you want happiness? How do you want happiness? How do you want it to manifest? You got to give the universe something to work with. Do you see happiness for yourself? Oh, you're very welcome for meeting you today. Thank you. Yeah, teacher, students. It's very true. Everyone on your path becomes your teacher or student every day. And if you just go around knowing that every day, be mindful of that. So when you're in the store, or when you're in your parking lot, when you're the pool man, whatever, teacher, and you have to remember this also. You should leave them with, we're talking about imprint, a positive aspect, a positive imprint, a positive memory of you. Whether it's a smile, whether it's you do a nod, whether it's waving your hand, whether it's the words you say, you should leave everybody you meet in a positive way. Try that. While this COVID-19 is happening, try that. Try that exercise. And the more you do it, the more you're going to be in a higher level. I'm telling you. Just like I did with Emmett Fox, the more you think of God, which means goodness, love, the more you share that, the more you're going to put yourself there. So try that. Test yourself. Go for it. This is a great time to do it. It's a great opportunity to do that. Right? So try it. So try it, please. Sending away from Boca Raton. Oh, thank you. I don't think I've ever been to Boca Raton. It's beautiful. Being compassionate about other people's fears. Yes. Fear, false ego appearing real. F-E-A-R, false ego appearing real. Or fuck everything and run. Okay, sorry, I have to say. I do that in the workshop. Fuck everything and run. And then my people in the audience go, ah! And then I said, well, the Dalai Lama told me that joke, so, and then people, okay, that's fine. It shows that it's just nothing. Don't make it more than it is, right? Why can't I stop crying? Janita, well, maybe you're transforming. So tears cleanse the soul. So look at some things and feel the gratitude that you're going through it. That's something came up to the surface for you to look at, to transmute. It's wonderful. Tears are fabulous. They really are. Whether things we're sad or happy, tears do cleanse the soul. It means we're connected. So I think it's tears of happiness. You know, the universe conspires to make our lives great. And humans get in the way and try to tear it down without even not being conscious of it. So because we care so much what people think about us, or we get caught up in emotional traps, trying to be what people want us to be, you have this illusion, oh, I gotta be this way. Instead of just being ourselves, instead of just being considerate, right? Try consideration with everybody. The only way the world's gonna change is with us. If we do it, then it'll catch on. And I'm 100% right when I say that, because in the 80s, I was doing mediumship for the first time, and I thought, oh, this is not gonna work. People are gonna think I'm crazy, whatever. And I got to the point, it doesn't matter what people think. And from that impact of just word by word by word, it's like, now mediumship is big. It's out there. People are much more spiritually aware of things. So it does work. The energy you put out is what you're going to send to the world. Okay. Thank you so much. You ordered the golden key. It's fabulous. You love Emmett Fox. Yeah, see more joy. Joy is a part of the journey. Journey. Joy journey. Maureen, your son appears to you and just smiles. Good, that's great, Maureen. So now when he comes to you and smiles, listen to him in your mind. And you can say, please give me something in my mind. And just open yourself up and just give yourself that openness to just acknowledge that it could be from him. You don't want to get in that human critical mind saying, oh, it can't be, it's my own imagination. Just give him that space. When he appears to you, give me something in my mind. Yeah? Yeah, I think, John, these are all going to be, on the YouTube, my YouTube channel. Everybody should subscribe to my YouTube channel. We just redid the whole thing, and we're putting these soul cares on YouTube. So if you've missed any in the past, I do it every day. You can go onto my YouTube channel, James Van Prague YouTube channel, and be a subscriber. It's free. It's good. And I'm going to go on there a lot. So I'll be doing between this and the channel. I'm doing those two things. I'm trying to get to everybody here. Thank you, Lorraine. I love you too. Dorothea, I've seen Dorothea Delgado several times. She's awesome. Where does Dorothea live, Dawn? Where is she now? Aloha. Guy in the pool is like, I don't know if he hears me or not. He's just out there like, what's going on? I think I cleaned my pool the other day and it was like so meditative. Yes, you see behind me? There's like a little couch and chair and table. I cleaned it yesterday like you wouldn't believe. I was every nook and cranny and it was so meditative. I think cleaning is really meditative. It's really cool. I love it. Maybe because I'm a Virgo, but I do love it. I love it. I clean everything. I'm not obsessed, but it just feels better, doesn't it? Getting all that stuff away. Okay. And cleaning yourself every day from the inside out. Just hello. Hello, Bambi. Oh, gosh. Hi, Bambi. How you been? Goodness gracious. This is my time to say hello to all my friends here, huh? My dog is. Okay. I just saw Princess Diana pop in front of my face. Isn't that funny? She knew me. I knew her. Not friend, like not really well, but she was going to get a reading with me, then she passed. What are you doing today, James? Okay. The energy's so like, so I'm not going to play the song today because the energy's like, so calm down. I think we'll do a meditation tomorrow and we'll do the song that I have. Because I want to put you in a different space. Right now everyone's like clamoring. So just breathe. Ground yourself back to your feet. Feel your toes. Pull the energy in your toes. Take a couple of deep breaths. In with love. Out with fear. In with love. Out with fear. In with love. Out with fear. Give yourself a break. Open up your mind. 444 angels. Give your mind a break. Your mindset. You know, do a clearing. Weed the mind. Weed the garden of the mind. How many weeds do you have there? How much of that energy is not yours? How much worry do you have? Why do you worry? Replace that worry with God. And you know, it's interesting. I was talking to some people yesterday. Friends said, you know, you should have some firearms around your house. Huh? You should, because they, you know what? I don't go there. I just don't go in spaces of, you know, I'm not that way. So what we think of it, we attract to us. We gotta be very careful what we put in our thoughts. Thank you, Ashley. How do you get rid of fear? You stop being afraid. So fear is control. So it's false ego appearing real, right? The ego. So you got to work with that ego. And so it's just the ego. It's not who you are. You're a soul having an experience. Again, the universe conspires for your highest good, for your love. If you give that up, the fear is an illusion. Only love is real. Fear is the illusion. So you have to work on that. The 28-day transformation course I did online in my school, we talk all about fear and how to work with that energy. So that's a place you can go read up on it, go to school and read up on that description of the course. Hi, Paula Jane. Hi, Wendy. I was going to play Sonata of Curse, so I'll play her tomorrow for you. What a beautiful home. Thank you. I created it. Every part of it. Well, behind me, those curtains were put by a friend of mine, who's a designer for hotels around the world. Just happened to meet her when I walked to a store. There was crystals in the window, and I went to Pilates next door, and I went by this storefront, and there was these crystals and beautiful things in the window. Like, oh, this is gorgeous. This is my vibration. But the person was never there. And that later I found out, of course, a year later. So I go there almost every other day and never see this person. But I love the energy from the windows, crystals, and I don't know, encouragement, and it's beautifully designed. One day I walked from Pilates and she was there. Chris was there, Chris Lejeski. And we just connected, like, boom, right away. And she was wearing great clothes. The store was incredible. And she's a designer. And she uses crystals, and she works with Mary Energy, Mother Energy. And she didn't know who I was. And I brought her my cards, and we educated her. She educated me about her, and fabulous. So for my 60th birthday, she did the design, the curtains, and the rug, and the colors that I use. So she does a birthday present. So it was cute. She's around the world. She travels. That gypsy like me. Where are we? Okay. Music. Abundant. What do you please? Oh, thanks, honey. Because of you. Blessings to you. Thanks, Sharon. Thank you very much. Susan. Thank you. Thank you. A smile does wonders. It changes the energy. It shifts it. Is it okay sorry, my eyeglass, not the best. Kelsey Ellis. Is it okay to be in a romantic relationship with someone who is kind but not spiritually aware? That's an interesting question. I don't know why you question that. So I think your soul is obviously, they pulled that in for you to learn from, or to teach. So don't have any expectations. A lot of people in life I get very upset and put down. I go through this too. Is having these unrealistic expectations. We shouldn't have expectations of other people because they'll never meet our requirements. Just be who they are. You have to enjoy who they are. But if you try to pre-control it and have these expectations of you want, I don't think anyone's going to meet them. You're just going to be realistic, which is everybody's different. Everybody's unique in their own way. And you have to find that uniqueness. That's the thing you should be looking for. Wow, what am I going to learn different from this person? That's the best way. Because if you go in with preconceived ideas and expectations, they'll be never met. And you'll end up being sad. And then you say, what did I do to myself? What's wrong with me? So don't do that cycle. Yeah? Just find out as you go on this journey with someone else, and this is for all of us, what they can, you can teach them, they can teach me. So that's it. So being spiritually aware just yourself, you have a lot to go in there with. You don't have to force them. Any messages for speech? Mediumship, an evening of mediumship is coming up next week, so you can check the vanprog.com, my website, and go there and sign up for tickets for that. Thank you, everybody. So that's about the messages, right? There's John. Yeah, thanks, John. There's the YouTube right there. Blessings to you. Thank you, everybody. John Williams is fantastic. He certainly is. Aries, clean line, crazy too. Everyone's writing so quickly, so I'm sorry. I'm just going through this. Fear is also often a choice. It is a choice. You're right. Fear is a choice. It's often I say, it's like a radio bandwidth, and you want to tune into 88.5, which is limitation, fear, anger, upset, guilt, all that. Or you want to go 106.7, which is love, compassion, peace, healing. I'm going to go 106.7. Right? 106.7 is where I want to stay. Well, it will be for now. And that's a choice. You're right. Every moment of every day we have choices. And we have choices to be angry. We have choices to be upset in our head. We have choices to be fearful, be totally afraid. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Or we can choose love, understanding, compassion. Wow, this is interesting. The observation. Be a student and be aware of how things are going and what you can do with your mind and your thoughts. But you've got to take responsibility for that. Don't wait until something dramatic happens for you to start taking responsibility. Do it now. This is a great opportunity in this time of uncertainty. Do it now. I don't think it's going to get much better. I mean, it's going to be better, but it's going to change. It'll be different. The economy's going to be different. People connecting with each other will be different. So we're in for a different time. So be prepared for that. Okay. Lots of insights here. What is today? Is today Thursday? Yeah, we're back Friday tomorrow. Yes. I'll do meditation tomorrow. Yeah. Marianne, I need happiness in my life. Then you need to make happiness in your life, Marianne. Don't look to somebody else to bring you happiness. What are you going to do to make that happen, Marianne? Marianne Munson. If you need happiness, then you have to make happiness. You got, the universe will give you what you put out. We have to give them something. We've got to have the intention. We've got to do that. And it's, in a way, it's just doing it to be happy with yourself, not to have anything be paid back to you. Nothing's owed to you, see? But you have to, if you want happiness, you've got to bring happiness. You've got to experience it. And you got to be with yourself. No one can fulfill you but yourself. And if anyone thinks that, that's you're setting your for failure, because you won't get there. You got to be with yourself. Thanks, John. Putting this, yes. You love the room behind me. Thank you, Susan. Yes. Colors. Yes, that's the color of my pool, that blue. I'm very into colors. I'm very into the energy of a space. Every day I work with transforming the energy space. I work with the space. And the garden, I talk to all the living things and rejoice with them every day. And sunset. Sun comes up, I get up. And sunset, I go with them. It's cool. And breathing. It's a great time to learn about breathing. Just breathing. Just be back in that body. We do it unconsciously, but when you become conscious of your breath, then you become conscious of your thoughts. So, every day you should take some moments out, at least 15, 20 minutes a day, at least the minimum, to be with yourself again. You don't want to be one of those people that pass over that I've dealt with. Wow, if only I knew then what I know now, I would have stopped. Took a moment to be with myself, to love myself, to love people around me. Why didn't I do that? I got so caught up in the phonetic energy and the rat race. And it doesn't have to be like that. You have the choice, right? And we can be victims, or we can be the strong people, survivors. The victims are survivors. It's my choice. That's a mindset. And sometimes, when you're growing, when there's growth involved in transformation, the hardest things are going to be right there in front of you. But you can get over them. Because God says yes. Our ego says no. So God, that wonderful omnipresent energy, unconditional loving energy, gratitude, that's God. That's who you are. Everyone is God. Everyone has that energy within them. But the human, the illusion, the human likes to live with, because we've been taught, or the society, when you got to have money to be successful, you got to be married with 2 kids, that'll be right, you got to do this. There's no law, there's no rule about that. It doesn't matter. You could have listen, I lived in the Bowery in New York, and I lived in, they called it Needle Park, when the heroin addicts were out there in the 60s and 70s, and I lived in a walk-up brownstone, and it was rats who there were. I lived in the worst of places and I lived in the best of places. It doesn't matter the places, it's what's inside you. That's where you have to really live. As I said at the very beginning of this whole pandemic, you've got to stay home. Everyone's got to stay home. And I took that as going home, going into yourself. Take the time to be with your soul. Let your soul express itself. Live your soul life. Not your head, not in the head, in the heart. That's who you are. Within that heart space, I wrote about this in my second book, Reaching to Heaven. Is the zyges, something like zyges, there's a cell, there's one cell, I gotta go remember reading my book, that is a cell that's been in your soul from the beginning of your existence. And that goes in every lifetime, it's like a seed. And that's really what you want to get into, that the whole experience of lifetimes. Yeah. It's all about love. Oh, thank you, Diana. The SOULCare is lifting you up. That's why I did it, where we do it, because it's to help people, because there's no reason to have depression. There's no reason to have fear. There really isn't. And unfortunately, on television, the media is going crazy with this, of course. And they shouldn't do that. It's a responsibility. Listen, I have a broadcasting degree. I went to school and I have a degree, BA in broadcasting. And to me, in those days, there was a responsibility with broadcasting. I mean, you had to be very responsible. You couldn't just say things. You couldn't just do things. And now it's like a free-for-all. And it's just awful, awful. So I choose not to and put my mind anywhere in that. I keep up on the happenings on my phone, of course, but I don't want to put too much energy in that space. I always put the green light around it. Green light it. Unconditional love. Okay. Sorry, I'm just talking here. I hope it's all right. I look for light in them. That's great. So when you look at people, see the God within them, see that light. Everybody has a light. Try to find their light in them. Even when they're screaming at you, just take a few breaths and go, what's in their heart? Not what they're saying. Not this. What's in their heart? This is usually about what's going on with them. Either they say something about you, it's really them. They project them. I'm not going to get political, but a wonderful example of that is the men leads the country. Every word that comes out of his mouth is the opposite. So When he speaks the opposite. I have to say that because it's true. I've observed that. So, all right, let's see what else. Oh, wow, 5:30 in Australia. Wow, Amanda, thank you very much. I just finished a documentary called Spirit Voices with Danielle, and she's doing a Spirit Summit she's working on, and it's got myself, Tony Stockwell, and Probert, Michael Mayo, Gordon Smith, a lot of mediums, so that's Voices, Spirit Voices, it's called. Hi, Lynn Marie. You're so wise. Oh, thank you. I thought you said, I couldn't read, I thought you so wine. I'm like, wine? That's sunset, you know. Much love always. Thank you, Tony. And I love the reading. So look at my evening with spirit, my evening with psychic readings. I'll give you a reading then. A new normal. Yeah, whatever normal is, right? And I thought yesterday too, wow, how many people took for granted the lives we had? How many people took that for granted? How many of us took it for granted that this is the way it's going to be? Nope. We never should take it for granted. It's moment. And I was aware of that yesterday. Like, wow, I like everyone else probably took that time for granted because that's what we knew. But now if you look at back and consider, it's like, wow, you have to live for every moment because you never know what's going to happen the next day. You never know. Even if there's an election coming up, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. The 50% or 46% of the country is going to be angry. And unfortunately, things are building up with this epidemic. It's just crazy. So positivity and love is really needed, especially now. That's why we came back for this change. It's how we grow, not how you go, how you grow. Open up your heart. Let the sun shine, the sun shine. We're all flying. Oh, great, you're replying to each other. I love that. That's the community we're building. I love it. Thank you. Oh, this is great, Elena. What you say? Ego can be in the way so often. Again, why? How can we give it so much power? We don't have to. We can have the ego in a safe place. We don't have to give it all that power. Don't let it run the show. It's a 2-hour show. Don't give it 3 acts. Don't. Maybe the introduction. That's it. Don't. You know, I often say this line too, which is great. I got it from Cheryl Richardson. If there are no participants, there's no audience, there's no show. If there's no audience, there's no show. So don't give the ego the whole show. Give your soul the show. Soul show. Soul show. Yesterday, speaking of soul show, I was in the afternoon. I went to my housemate and said, "How you doing?" All of a sudden, I spoke Cantonese. These words just came out, and I was away. And obviously, I just went to a quick trance of like all these words, and I heard a new guy say, "This is a dialect out of Shanghai years, century ago, whatever." I'm like, oh, that's never happened. But when you open yourself up, sometimes things that happens. Like, it never in 45, 50, 60 years hadn't had that. Weird. Great. Okay, we're moving ahead here with these comments. Sorry. I like hearing you. Nice people on here. It's a nice community. Really great community. That's why I love it. We can share this same mindset. People the same mindset. It gives you something to go to in the afternoon to help you with your day and teaching and being and instead of the fearful news. I mean, come on. So we got to build us up. We can't bring us down. What about building up? We should build each other up, never put each other down. Hello from Minneapolis. Hello, one of my favorite cities in Minnesota. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Beverly. Great. Thank you for sharing. Oh, you're very well. Ghosts Among Us. Oh, great book. I did that for Ghost Whisperer because producers were doing wrong things, so I had to straighten it out in Ghosts Among Us. Hello from Australia. Lovely. I met you years ago on a cruise. Oh, thank you. You're looking good. Thank you. You won't recognize my beard is growing. It'll be white soon. Just warning everybody. We could be wiped out by a meteor. Exactly right. The meteor is worse than the coronavirus. That's right. You're very right, sweetheart. That's right, Jennifer. That's why you got to live every moment. Don't worry about the future. The future's yet to be. Don't give that energy there. The past has already happened. Nothing you can do about that. The future is yet to be. So be in the moment now. Be present in this moment now. Live the most out of this moment. That's the best thing. No audience, no show. That's right. Karen, your heart is broke. You got to go through that, sweetheart. But then you could just be aware of it and go through it and come out the other side. You will. It's a learning experience. You know, all learning experiences. The hardest lessons we learn are usually ones. The hardest times we have are some of the greatest lessons that we learn. For us, it's a lesson of teaching about love, receiving love, being who you are, teaching you more about yourself. So we go through these experiences like that with loving things, people that leave, or our life changes. Love and light, since bright upon you in the world. Thank you. Oh, Gigi, I love all the good things happening with this pandemic. It's true. I've only had a lot of positive experiences. I really have amazing experiences. And my friends share with, they're all in this positive thing. Wow, people are so much nicer. People are really caring. People are taking time. People consider it. It's like, yeah, that's what we want to put our energy toward. We're gonna have to go on the other side of this, but we'll be different people. So let's use it as a positive thing, as a growth. Hello. Pebbles Flintstones, love it. Danny, you have enough dead people and you always have a show. Well, you got to be careful with a lot of dead people around you. You got to make sure you have control of your vessel. That's a mediumship 2. Or 1 if you haven't done that. Good day, friend. I look forward to it. Thank you, Kelly. Hello from Temecula. No one needs no show. Essex, England. The pool guy's leaving. It's weird, someone's on your property, you don't know who they are. It's like, okay, wait. It's weird. Did I open the gate, the door? Why do we have deja vu? Well, Leah, it could be a couple of different reasons. One of my, I think one of the reasons we leave our bodies at night and go to the spirit world, and there's no time and space there, so we see events in the future that are going to happen in the physical world, and then when they actually happen in the physical world, like, wait, I knew this was going to happen. I dreamt this or something. That's one explanation. I don't feel so alienated. That's great, Lori. We were always here for you. It's a place you can always come to. And the community and my school page is fantastic. We have these Zoom calls. They're just incredible. When yesterday, John wasn't, it was fabulous. It was just, within seconds, we had a community going. It was great. It was like relaxing. It was a place where people could go. It was like a clubhouse that people would just go and be who they are. And everyone's sharing the loving, positive things in their lives and helping each other out. It's fabulous. Hello from Longland. Where's Longland? Kaisa Doherty, where's that? Oh, Susan, happy to help your 84-year-old father. Meditate with him. Just talk to him. Bring positive things like a meditation. You don't have to do a formal meditation, but your words have power. And ease into him. And ask him about his childhood, about wonderful moments in his life, how would he like to relive them, stuff like that. You know, be positive. That'll help him. Okay, let's hope everyone's stay nice ever. Let's hope this teaches that. Well, let's hope so, right? I do think that's transformational change. The energy's shifting, and you're going to either become spiritually aware and get with it, or be left behind. I do believe that. There'll be like a separation of people that are walking the talk, being spiritual, being aware, and those just existing. I just think it's a major learning experience right now, is transformation. You should take us on a nature walk. I thought about that, Gina. I want to bring you around the property here, but a couple of things. The Wi-Fi isn't great out there, and which I really do. And then the neighbors around. I'm like, man, not that I care what they think, but I don't want to kind of disturb them. But I will. I'm thinking of it. I'm trying to get some connection out there, especially where my swing is. I created a playground for myself, and I swing every day. I walk Maisie and I go in the playground and I swing. I love it, and it's I look at my garden, and it's great. Yesterday I had an audition with a medium for Mediumship 2, and she did a reading for me, and she brought to my grandmother, and she talked about the garden. The clearest memories I have of my grandmother I was close to. She lived in Jackson Heights, Queens, in an apartment. It was all concrete. And we used to sit out the window and watch people walk up down the street. And then she'd come out to our house in Queens and visit. And she would sit on the stoop and look at our lawn and the garden. And I would do gardening around the tree, around the edge. And I loved it, and she loved it. And she would put flowers over here. So she came in yesterday and talked about the garden. And of course, the medium didn't know what she was talking about. I said, oh, okay, by going, that's important. So gardens are really growth, cleansing, grounding. Do I think, Denise said, do I think karmic lessons follow us from lifetime to lifetime? Of course. Of course. It's karma is energy you put out. So you'll be positive energy out or negative energy. And if you put negative energy out there, you're going to have to live that. And if you put positive energy out there, you'll live that. So do you want to live in fear or do you want to live in love? It's up to you. That's your choice every moment of every day. Seriously. Even here, as you're sitting here, at another level, you're setting things out, you're being aware, you're doing things on another level. But the human, the big toe of the soul, because 80% of us is out here, 20% is in here, it's got to come down to the human to make the right choice of love. Yeah, and it makes life easier. It opens a door. Not right away, that's where patience. It opens the door in many different ways. That's all I can say. I'm a living example of that, without a doubt. I was cleaning the couch yesterday, and I'm scrubbing. I'm like, I earned every penny I've ever made. I deserve it. And it was my friend Marianne last night, when I was 16 years old, worked at hamburger joints and waiting in a newspaper house. And it's true. And I loved it. And she loved it. In those days, you just loved to have work. I don't know about nowadays, but that was great. I mean, you felt that self-empowerment, yeah? I miss that from the world. I don't know if kids feel like that or not, or they don't know about that. So, I don't know. Okay. Sorry, all these comments are coming in. I'm just getting caught up. You have a dog named Maisie too? Oh, that's great, Bambi. I think you told me that once. Narcotics, how do they affect your messages? They will affect your messages, I guess. I don't know. I would never mix the two. And narcotics for pain at certain times, not all the time. Amanda, is the COVID experience bringing the world together, awakening us? I hope so. If you're willing to be awakened and you're willing to do the work and open yourself up to the higher thoughts of love and community and oneness, that'll work. So another word I use for love is one. O-N-E, omnipresent, nurturing energy. I wrote that in my in the guides book, my guides book that came through. So omnipresent, nurturing energy, one. And there's a great song called One by a girl out of England, and it's good. It's good. We're all one. We're connected to each other. No one's different. Don't judge, because if judge is fear-based. Okay. Mealy Silvestri, will you get work soon? Well, maybe Mealy, what do you think? What do you feel? Why don't you just do something different that holds your heart up, makes you sing, makes you feel good? Try something different. Okay. You have 6 cats, Holly. My goodness gracious, I hope you're good. Is PTSD real? Yes, it is. I'm a light worker, but PTSD zaps my energy unexpectedly. Valerie, you should write. It's called Running Your Energy. It's in the Psychic Portals course, and it's also Psychic Intuitive Certification course. But it's Running Your Energy. I talked about that yesterday. Remember, I don't know if you were here or not, but I talked about running the energy. You can go on the YouTube channel. I actually bring people through it, Running Your Energy. I've done it 3 times already today, and I'll continue. It's opening up that channel. You don't want that energy even in your thought forms, as far as worried and fear and other people's depression. Don't need this. Not your stuff. And if you're sensitive and an empath, you'll pick up on all that. So you have to be responsible for cleansing the chakra system, cleansing the energetic system. You got to do that. Otherwise, you're going to be depressed and dull and frightful. So it's called Running Your Energy. Earth energy up to the heart chakra, cosmic energy down to the heart chakra, mixing them together, that blending them together, sending forth that mixed energy, arc down to earth, as you're still bringing down cosmic, bringing earth all at the same time. That's called Running Your Energy. It'll clean you out, it'll center you, but you got to be consistent with it, especially as a light worker. Massage therapist, Reiki people, yeah. Okay. Yes, near-death experience could cause you to be more psychic. You bet, of course. So, wow. I'm sorry, Dawn. Well, don't be miserable. Be happy. He's in a better place. You know that. We don't have to hold on to fear. We don't have to hold on to depression. We don't have to be down. We should be up. And even if it's, that saying, what's it called? I don't know, make it up to you, it gets real or something like that. You got to put that kind of in your head, play with that. Find something positive and laugh at yourself at least 3 or 4 times a day. Laughter is the best medicine. And if you can't, don't read books. Read books, positive books that have a high vibration, like that Emmett Fox book. So many books, meditation. You should do that. Bring your mind to a higher space when those things happen. Okay. All right, I'm going to go because I think people need to go. And lots of love to you all. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll do the meditation. And bring light to everybody you meet today. God bless you. Bye-bye.